Hi, I'm Charles with AniCap. Previously, Bai was accepted as a disciple to become an immortal. In the immortal realm, Bai would discover that his chosen walk is able to double the power of anything that he puts in it. However, he loses some lifespan when he does. Later, Bai participates in a tournament to determine who will have a chance to train in the secret realm. While doing so, he trains hard and attempts to master the most powerful secret technique. In his fight, Bai learns to control his enemy's spirit beasts and is announced as one of the top 5 finishers in the tournament. The story continues as Bai wins his match. It becomes clear to everyone that he had something to do with all the northern war beasts going missing, since Bai was somehow able to control Yun's war beast. Bai is announced one of the chosen, and it is explained that the top 5 chosen are all qualified to enter the secret realm to meditate. The Northern Bank's male elder is disgusted to think about how someone like Bai is in possession of their precious wetland kingdom technique. However, the female elder points out that it's been thousands of years since someone was able to use the technique, and they will just take it back when Bai fails to use it. The top 5 chosen then pick numbers to see who they will face in the fight to determine who the top chosen for the entire event is. Northern Bank fans hope that Bai gets the number 4 so he can get destroyed by Guya, but are disappointed to see that Bai gets a pass for the first round. Bai then relaxes to watch the competition as it is announced that Wan will be facing Guya. That battle begins instantly and Wan demonstrates her unrestrained consumption of spiritual energy with a reckless attack. Guya is completely unscathed though and easily dodges all of Wan's attacks. Wan is extremely confident, but Guya makes the crowd realize the large disparity between their strengths. Wan is completely defeated as Guya is announced the winner and enters the top 3. Bai is then surprised by his old friends from the fire kitchen who are there to cheer him on, and they all watch as Tian Yu begins his match. Mei is amazed by Bai when he is able to recognize an extremely fast technique used by Tian Yu, and Tian Yu then uses a violent attack to win the match. The Southern Bank fans point out how they were able to take 2 of the top 3 spots already, but Northern Bankers are confident that all they need is Guya to win. Just then, the final rounds to determine the top candidate begin, and Bai is called to fight. He thinks about how he doesn't care about being the top candidate since all he wanted was to earn the right to enter the secret realm. Bai is surprised to see that his opponent is Tian Yu, and he reminds Tian Yu of their past friction. Bai explains that it's all in the past now, and they are both Southern Bank disciples. Furthermore, the Northern Bank is the real enemy, and Bai states that he must look at the bigger picture. Bai proclaims that he wants to help Tian Yu reach the final battle, and begins to admit defeat, but Tian Yu stops him with a surprise attack. Tian Yu then becomes increasingly frustrated as the crowd complains about him using such a sneaky attack on Bai, who was just trying to secure the top spot for the Southern Bank. His frustrations boil over, causing him to attack Bai, but the elders are amazed when Bai remains unharmed. Of course, Tian Yu becomes even more enraged and proclaims that he will teach Bai a lesson himself since Bai's parents failed to raise him properly. Bai becomes more serious than he has ever been as he has a memory of his mother dying. The chiefs are shocked to watch Tian Yu use the innate sword, one of the 10 main secret techniques, since he has never used it in a battle, and begin to wonder if he is actually trying to kill Bai. Bai then approaches Tian Yu as he explains that he doesn't care if Tian Yu uses a sneak attack. He doesn't care if Tian Yu wants to be the number 1 disciple in the Southern Bank. He doesn't even care if Tian Yu looks down on him. What Bai does care about is letting Tian Yu know that he has no right to insult his parents. With one powerful attack, Tian Yu is sent off the stage and Bai is announced the winner. Just then, Guya storms the stage, acknowledging Bai as a worthy opponent and challenging him to a fight. Guya's initial attack is devastating. The crowd is amazed at how Guya ended the fight with just one attack, and determines that the Northern Bank is once again victorious. Bai isn't finished though and explains to Guya that he doesn't fear him. Guya doesn't take these words lightly as he unleashes a barrage of attacks on Bai, causing everyone to wonder why Bai doesn't counterattack. Mei must be stopped from interfering as she noticed that Bai has been slow to attack, and he will be in great danger if it stays that way. However, we see that Bai was just waiting for the perfect moment when he sees a flaw in Guya's attack. Bai manages to land a throat lock attack on him, but is impressed at how Guya managed to stay alive, and the Northern Bank is shocked to see that Bai was able to injure Guya. Guya takes this opportunity to respond, but Bai easily avoids his attack. This only infuriates Guya as he explains that he underestimated Bai, but has now decided to use his nocturnal ghost. Bai uses his key transform cauldron to block the attack, which the chiefs are amazed to see since the nocturnal ghost attack is comparable to the 9th level of power. Guya thinks Bai is foolish for attempting to use his cauldron to block his attack, but we see that Bai uses his dragon elephant sea transformation technique to increase the power of his attack. Guya is seemingly pushed to the edge and unlocks a steal that causes his attack to overcome Bai's. The crowd is shocked to see Bai defeated, and even the Northern Bank acknowledges Bai's worthiness. Guya wants them to call the fight, but finds that Bai is yet to be defeated, as he had used his divine shield to block Guya's attack. Bai prepares to defeat Guya with his next attack, but Guya prepares an attack of his own, the 100 Ghost World Extermination, which is the ultimate move of the Nocturnal Ghost. The Northern Elders point out how this is a Foundation establishment move and warn Guya not to push himself this far. Bai uses his secret family technique called the Bankrupting Sword Array, but Guya avoids it, causing Bai to bring out his divine sword. Guya is still confident that he will win, but Bai reveals that he was just trying to learn everything he could from Guya's attacks. Bai has done so and proudly proclaims that it's his turn, as he unleashes the top secret technique, the Wetland Kingdom. The attack is absolutely devastating as Guya is taken down, and the elders are in disbelief after witnessing Bai learn the technique that no one has been able to learn for the past thousands of years. Bai has done the unimaginable in just a few days. The attack is awe-inspiring, but the elders point out that while it is the Wetland Kingdom technique, the innate spirit has not appeared, and this is not the final form of the secret technique. Bai has immense talent though, and they determine that when Bai reaches the Foundation establishment one day, he will be able to create the most supreme divine beast of the world. Just then, the water begins to turn black, and Lee is horrified to see that it's a spiritual energy backlash. He instructs everyone to run away and for law enforcement to protect Bai. Everyone does as instructed, but they are running out of time to stop the backlash. It gets worse, but Lee is unwilling to give up, and pleads to Bai that he remember how he promised to do everything he could to continue living. He wants Bai to come to his senses, but the other wants Lee to stop, since he will be sacrificing his own life if he continues. Lee can't withstand the pain anymore and can't bear to watch someone with such an amazing destiny die so young. Everyone's head drops as they begin to completely lose hope, and Lee takes full responsibility for not being able to protect Bai. However, just then, everyone is shocked to see the Black Dragon descend from the sky and come to Bai's aid. Thanks to the dragon, Bai is able to return to normal, and everyone celebrates as Sue wonders if the wave they just saw meant that Bai broke through the 10th level of ki condensation. Bai has seemingly reached enlightenment, which records state will bring about the innate spirit, and Yuan looks forward to what Bai's will be. Nothing happens though, so he simply asks Bai what Bai learned from his enlightenment after achieving knowledge of all beings. Bai explains that he searched for a long time in the enlightenment mirage, but couldn't find anything he liked except for one thing that caught his eye. The elders are desperate to find out what that was, but Bai explains that he woke up and forgot what it was. The Northern Bank participants believe that Bai didn't comprehend the innate spirit at all, but are shocked to see the sky turn black. A claw emerges from the clouds, and everyone is shocked at how immensely large just the claw of Bai's spirit beast is. It leaves almost instantly though, but Yuan is still glad to see that their sector has such an amazing disciple. Bai explains that he is just glad to be able to live up to their expectations, while taunting the Northern Bank's elders about being the only one that could learn their secret technique. A month passes and a ceremony is held for the top chosen. They have all finished training in the secret realm and are told that the Earthly Vein Foundation establishment that occurs once every 60 years will start now. When the time comes, they will compete with the disciples from the other 3 main sectors for resources. There will be many dangers with a slim chance of survival. The crowd isn't too worried though, since they have the invincible Marshal Bai on their side, and Bai leans into it by stating that he will take care of everything. He understands this immense responsibility and will give everything he has to emerge victorious. The teleportation array is activated and the chosen ones head out on their new adventure. It is then explained to us that the heaven-reaching river nurtures many sectors. Aside from the Spirit Stream sector, the southern portion is occupied by the Bloodstream, Profound Stream, and Pillstream sector. The 4 of them are locked in a stalemate, and showing the slightest weakness would bring about the disaster of a ruthless invasion. Now that the Foundation establishment's sacred lands are open, the prelude to this 1,000-year war is about to unfold. We then see that the talking monkey explains the importance of Foundation establishment cultivators in the future of all sectors, and wonders if Bai is the so-called key to everything. On a ship, Bai explains that he has mortgaged all his assets for this journey, and is confident he will reach Foundation establishment level. Bai's group is approaching the sacred lands, and it is explained to him that his destination is called the Fallen Sword Abyss. There is only one opportunity to enter it every 60 years, and throughout history, heroes have fought over it. This must not be taken lightly. Lee explains that he has memorized the portraits of the other sectors chosen, and every single one of them has earth-shaking strength. Furthermore, as the Spirit Sector's top chosen, Bai will most definitely attract attention. Lee states that if he were ever to face a seriously life-threatening danger, then he should immediately use the Jade Pendant transport to leave. They near the Fallen Sword Abyss, and we see that the Profound Stream Sector's chosen Jin Dao is there. His brother Fang Lin is there as well, and he points out how few resources there are. Jin Dao explains that it doesn't matter since all they have to do is kill all the other participants. They assume that their only competition will be a Blood Sector chosen that Jin Dao heard once killed a Foundation Establishment cultivator. His name is Song, and it is said that he used an extremely cruel move to kill the man, just as he arrives in front of them. All the chosen from every sector have finally arrived, and it is explained that while this is an individual competition, it is also a battle between sectors. The portals to enter the Sacred Lands open, and the three from before explain to each other that they won't be so friendly when they meet inside. Bai enters the portal and is surprised to see that things are already so intense. Fights have broken out everywhere, making Bai realize that it's too dangerous, and he sets out to find the transport circle for entering the Fallen Sword Abyss. Bai manages to find one but sees that Jin Dao is there, and Jin Dao wants his group to take control of all the transport portals occupied by the other sectors. Bai leaves to find a less busy portal and runs into a couple of ordinary disciples that have given up all hope. As soon as they spot Bai, they assume that he is so righteous that he was protecting them from the shadows. They have regained hope as they believe that with Bai's help, they can now fight their way into one of the portals. Bai knows that they are severely outmatched, but the group is eager to prove that they aren't weaklings. He can't bring himself to crush their dreams, so Bai states that with his help, he guarantees they will all enter the Foundation Establishment. As long as they unite their strength and use an ingenious plan, they can fight freely without hesitation. His speech works so well that before Bai can even think of an ingenious plan, the group defeat their opponent. They thank Bai for his inspiring words, but before he can even respond, the group has left without him. Luckily, Hu Yan arrives to take him to another portal nearby, but they just missed that one. Attempts at entering other portals fail as well, as Bai can't believe how unlucky he is. The two finally find a portal that is so secluded that it hasn't met the transport quota just yet. Before they go in though, Hu Yan warns that there are dangers everywhere in the Fallen Sword Abyss. He asks that Bai follow closely behind him, but we see that Bai doesn't make it through as the quota was just met before he could. Bai states how his luck is worse than ever, but a group arrive to explain that it's actually retribution for all his arrogance. They use their blood prison technique on him, but Bai is confident it's only an exaggerated diversion tactic. He is wrong though, as the group reveal that the barrier will trap him there for at least 3 days and 3 nights. They will gladly sacrifice themselves to make sure that Bai can only sit there and watch the other disciples reach Foundation Establishment. Bai realizes that his hopes of keeping a low profile won't be possible as he is just too powerful, and prepares to show the technique that will free him from the trap. It doesn't work though, as the talisman he planned to use was damp, and the group wonder if Bai is actually an idiot. Fortunately, Bai is always prepared with several talisman, but begins to wonder if he has used too many. He is right, as he is unable to control his jet boot, but finds that he has successfully escaped a trap. Elsewhere, Song detects that a node does indeed exist in the Fallen Sword Abyss, and explains that 800 years ago, Master Wuji was the only one in 10,000 years to achieve peak earthly vein establishment there. Just then, Bai lands in front of him, and Bai is able to tell from his cold temperament and blood sector belt that the person in front of him is Song. Bai knows that showing weakness by attempting to run will only cause Song to attack him, so he does his best to stay calm. Song thinks to himself that fights between chosen disciples can result in devastating injuries. He just wants to focus on his goal, but as soon as Bai sees him move a tiny bit, Bai takes off. Bai puts on more protective talisman and is surprised to see that the heavens are taking pity on him since he just so happens to be next to a portal. Bai realizes that he is running out of time to get limited resources inside, and decides that even though it might be hell, he must move forward. Thanks for watching part 9, 5,000 likes and I'll know you want a part 10. Also, all other parts are in a link comment below.